It's been too long. It's been way too long. What's good, YouTube? It's your boy TSO Sage, and I'm back with another video, man. I missed y'all little brothers, man. I ain't gonna cap, I missed y'all, dog. I've been working. Not necessarily YouTube, but trust, I've been working. But now, obviously, I'm back to where I belong, man. I'm back on YouTube. We got the play-in tournament on the way, playoff predictions on the way, and of course, the after-game reactions. We on timing, bruh. And Teams Down Terrible isn't over for those of you that were expecting the Rockets video, but like I said like 20 seconds ago, the play-in tournament's in like what, 3 days of this recording? You want to talk about how to manage Christian Wood right now? Like, no, what? Nobody cares about that right now. Christian Wood, my dog and shit, but bruh, we don't care about that. Right now, we talking about the teams that are going into the play-in, or in this video, we're talking about a player going into the play-in. Cause I ain't gonna lie, as crazy as it sounds, bruh, Steph underrated, bro. Nani? Bro, save it, bro. You already know I'm gonna explain myself. So without further ado, if you guys like the video, don't forget to like the video, and let's get right to it. Oh, feel good to say that. And I mean, really, let's get right to it, cause yeah, bruh, the 6'3" light skin and Under Armours, underrated as hell. And when I say he's underrated, I'm referring to his legacy. Cause today, outside of people just wanting to be different, Curry's religiously between the 3 to 5 range. That's a very fair range to put Steph Curry in. But I'm referring to all-time conversations. Because for some reason, people are just waking up and accepting that Curry actually is a better player than he was in 2016. He's been improving the entire time. I don't know why that was a thing. Oh wait, niggas are dominated by stats nowadays. I forgot. But despite people finally recognizing that, hey, he's leagues better above guys like Damian Lillard. Hey, Russell Westbrook really was never better than him. Hey, this dude is legitimately a top 5 player, no question. And one of the greatest players of all time really doesn't need a stacked deck to perform well. Duh. Again, I'm not talking about any of that. I'm talking about conversations like this troll ass tweet I put up, where I made a bunch of hot takes regarding Steph Curry that all favor Steph Curry. Now, no, I don't believe all of these takes on Curry, but I believe all these takes have legitimate claims to them. And the fact that some of you are probably sitting behind the computer or laptop or PlayStation 4 because y'all ain't got PS5s. It's fucking May. But yeah, there's for sure some of you that probably sitting back there like, this nigga Sage tripping. Why? Why am I tripping? Let's set the tone here and start off with Curry over KD as a scorer. Now, fair enough, I'm not about to just make up narratives just to make up narratives. Most of Twitter actually said it was a good debate, but I know some of you that's watching this live stream right now because you know my day one see it first, or some of you that's watching it on YouTube right now probably just sitting in your heads like, how could you think Steph Curry is a better scorer than Kevin Durant? What's wrong with you? And let me just ease in the conversation in a little toxic way, okay? KD cool outside of shooting middies though, and dunking because he is 7 feet. How does he score better than Curry again? I'm just saying, bro. I mean, it's not that simple. No cap, it is not that simple. In terms of pure ability, Stephen Curry can create more space for himself. He has a much better handle. He's a better finisher, and he's certainly a better shooter. Oh, but Sage, KD's 7 feet and he can shoot over people. And Curry's 6'3" and he can shoot over people. Better than the 7-footer that shoots over people. Of all the ways you could argue KD's a better scorer, why do people point to shooting over people? Like, is Curry not getting his shot up enough well for you guys? Like, what the fuck? The argument to me, at least for why Kevin Durant is probably a better scorer than Steph Curry on a serious note, is because KD's style of play and how KD scores the ball is a lot safer than how Curry scores the ball. And what I'm about to say, I don't think KD does better than Curry. I think KD does this better than anyone who's ever played. And that is, KD is very tactical at when he scores the basketball. Like, he picks his spots the best. Dude shoots in an open gym every game to me. Like, it's crazy. He's just always fucking open versus Curry. Either he creates his own shot or that shit says, hey, like he's just making 98% contesteds all fucking game. Let me explain it like this, because even though I just admitted that I think Kevin Durant is indeed the better scorer, I think Curry's scoring has a much higher upside. For the love of God, dude has given us a pair of the best offensive seasons of all time. He may have higher ups and lower lows, but if someone looks me in my eye and tells me they think Stephen Curry is a better scorer than KD, I'm not tripping. And that's the whole point of this video, because the people who do trip never really have a point. It's just, bro, it's KD, calm down. Or let's go to the next take. If someone tells you Curry's a better point guard than Magic, if Curry's the greatest point guard of all time, this is a lot of people's safe space. This is a lot of people's, whoa, you're going too far, bucko. You can't put Curry over Magic now, slow your roll. Why not? We just talked about how you could argue Curry's a better scorer than Kevin Durant. Is Magic Johnson even near that conversation? No. You want to talk defense? I mean, cool, Curry isn't the best defender, but Magic Johnson isn't known for his defense, buddy. Let's just leave it at that. Magic's the better rebounder too, but how much do you value that in this conversation? And now let's address the elephant in the room, the playmaking. They're neck and neck. There is not a better passer of the basketball than Magic Johnson. There's just not, in my personal opinion at least. But I'm pretty sure half of you already know this. Playmaking isn't simply passing the basketball. And what Curry can do for you in terms of playmaking with his presence alone, it's just unmatched. As something we've never seen before. Oh, but Sage, stars get attention all the time. Do they get that attention from 35 feet out, bro? Without the ball in their hand, nevertheless? You can find your screenshot or your very specific game of which they do that to a guy like Dame or James Harden. But on a consistent basis for damn near their entire careers, it's Steph and it's not close. Let's not even do this. Okay, Sage, wait, what are you trying to say here? Because it seems like, yeah, fuck it. Stephen Curry is the more talented basketball player. I'll say that in 4K right now. Get triggered. The pinned comment is waiting for you. In terms of greatness, I do lean Magic Johnson, but in terms of pure ability, just watching them play basketball, give me Curry all day. In terms of scoring ability, let alone scoring production, there's a tremendous gap between the two. Magic Johnson has had 20 point per game seasons on very solid efficiencies. He's averaged 23 on 60% true shooting, and in fact, his lowest career true shooting percentage is 58%. Majority of it, he's above the 60s. That shit's incredible. And with all that being said, Stephen Curry in the 2017-18 season was quite evidently a better scorer than Magic Johnson ever was. Even if we're trying to be relative to errors here, I mean, dog. Bro basically had a 50-40-90 on 26 points per game, on 10 threes a night, and he had a 67.5 true shooting percentage. Now, I'm not saying Curry in 2017-18 has a better offensive season than Magic Johnson in general. Magic was out here giving you 12 assists on 3 turnovers. I don't give a fuck how basic the stat is. That shit is wild. But scoring the basketball, Curry got those. Playmaking is pretty much dead even. If I have to choose, give me Magic, because I ain't gonna lie, this dude's ability was off the chain. Defense, pretty much the same damn thing. Curry's underrated on defense, but if I have to choose, give me Magic because he's 6'9". And rebounding, I mean, it's Magic, but bruh, the significance of point guard rebounding, this is what we're talking about. I'm not one of those dudes that walk around and be like, oh my god, point guard defense doesn't matter. Stupid ass take. I gotta do a video on that one day. But I've never heard a day in my life, we didn't draft this point guard because he won't get rebounds. It's a take that just doesn't exist. But I guess to wrap up the whole Curry Magic thing is, even when we factor greatness, I do think Magic Johnson is still superior to Steph Curry. But let's not downplay what Curry's done, and let's not act like that window's shut. This is the greatest shooter of all time we're talking about. A 2-time MVP, one of them being unanimous. With the 2021 season coming to a close, he has 2 of the best offensive seasons of all time. This man's a 3-time champion who's beaten greats even better than him, like LeBron James. Yes, I know, Kyrie and Kevin Love were injured, but literally in the next final series, Draymond got suspended. It's honestly more believable of the two that the Warriors close out a series not losing their best defender and arguably their second most important player than just simply assuming that a series in which Kyrie and Kevin Love are healthy automatically gives the Cavs a ring. That's besides the point. I don't want to get too off topic there, but I know one of you gonna bitch about it in the comments below. The point is, Stephen Curry is great, and people are so comfortable putting him in the top 15 or calling him the second best point guard of all time or a top 3 scorer of this generation. But if you say he's top 10, whoa, dude. You say he's the best point guard of all time? Whoa, dude. You say he scores better than KD or Harden? Whoa, dude. But I tell you what, and I'm gonna close the video out with this, I can explain why you feel that way. Yeah, this is for all of you that probably typed the comment by now. Sage falling for that recency bias. It's not recency bias to accept greatness that's right in front of you. This is a fucked up aspect of the world, and it goes beyond the NBA community or the basketball community in general. Whether it's music, acting, or really anything in this world, some of you guys end up taking what you have for granted to avoid recency bias. And you guys end up finding yourselves waiting 15, 20, 30 years after someone who's talented is done doing what they're best at to finally give them the recognition they deserve during those 10, 20, 30 years. And as fucked up as this is about a sound, sometimes you wait until it's the very end. And I'm just not a part of that. I appreciate the greatness that I see right in front of my eyes. And let's just be honest here. For some of you, it's literally a matter of Curry retiring before you say all of your hot takes and how truly great you think Steph Curry really is. Or for some of you, you wait for an absurd amount of evidence to finally state the obvious. Like I'd say around 2019, if not this season, did it finally feel like Stephen Curry was finally recognized as by far and wide the greatest shooter of all time? Like no more of those Ray Allen takes, no more of those Reggie Miller takes, the Klay Thompson takes. And I'm not being straw man here. I'm not gonna play dumb. Majority of the world was on time and they were saying this shit 5-6 years ago. But some of you were dead ass trying to say Klay Thompson, Ray Allen, Reggie Miller, etc. 5-6 years ago. And it took you until yesterday to finally say, yeah, man, he's the greatest shooter of all time. Welcome to the party, but you knew that 5 years ago. You were just afraid of recency bias. And recency bias is a thing. It does exist. Like if you're saying Zach LaVine's a better all-time scorer than Carmelo Anthony because of what he's doing this season, that's a recency bias like a motherfucker. But when it comes to players who you have in your all-time great conversations, when it comes to players who've done so much for the game of basketball itself, and when it comes to players who have been great for the majority of their careers, to put them in these all-time great conversations isn't necessarily recency bias. In fact, it's not recency bias at all. It's acknowledging greatness. And a lot of you guys are gonna have a hard time accepting that. A lot of you guys are still gonna have a hard time doing that. And as big brain IQ as it may sound to put limits on things that are happening in the present, if I see something great going on, I'm gonna say it's great right then and there, because why would I wait 5 years from now to admit it? But that's gonna do it for today's video. It's me, your boy TSO Sage. I know some of y'all probably pissed, probably typing, oh, he's a Curry stan, So just to reiterate, I don't have Curry in my top 10. I don't think he's a better scorer than Kevin Durant, and I don't think he's greater than Magic Johnson. But if you need something to pry at me at, I do think he's better than Magic Johnson. I think KD's barely better than Steph at scoring at best, and Curry is like, what, 1 or 2 more major accolades away from being undeniably in my top 10. Oh, and I almost forgot, Dame, please sell. I don't want to play him in the play-in, bro. I just don't. Oh, but Sage, you get an opportunity with the group. I don't care, bro. It's 2 games. I don't want to risk 2 games. Just give me my 6th seed, bro. I'm cool. But with all that being said, I'm gonna finally wrap it up. I just miss y'all, all right? If you guys like the video, like the video. If you like my content, subscribe. Why the fuck you watching my shit and not subscribe? And it's been your boy TSO Sage. I'ma holla at y'all later. Take care and stay blessed. Woo, I'm back and I'm toxic. Fuck it.
It's young Phenom, yeah, I got the cannon. If a nigga talk too much, I gotta blame him. I wonder where the hate come from. Gotta be a dumb undercover someone. You one of my children. Is it the paper, the moolah, the haters, the rumors, the leaked news of me and your shorty in Kama Sutra? I might just shoot you. Guns blazing, my little Ruger. It's not a blooper. In the Honda, I just maneuver. Italian spot where they serve my fettuccine. Make sure my linguine super steamy and not too creamy. Toasty panini, couple bites of tortellini. I'm feeling dreamy. Phone buzzing, she wanna see me. On my way to the biddy, you know the vibes, bro. My drip is hydro, big waves up in my Tado. I'm in a Tahoe, big body Uber on time home. While me and my driver talking bullshit, smoking tobacco.